أن محمدا رسول الله أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الوصير والفضيل بالرحمة ماهو الخير رب الإسلام محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدى هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة دلالة وكل دلالة في النار. Verily all the praise, all of the glorification, and all of the magnification, and all of our dedication should be for Allah and Allah alone. And no doubt, I publicly, and hopefully you publicly, inwardly and outwardly, declare and attest and profess that there is nothing or no one that deserves to be worshipped as a deity, la ma'bud bihaqqin illallah, and that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the finality of messenger sent to guide mankind from the darkness into the light. Bring, bring, bring. Phone has been ringing off the hook for the last month, dealing with Muslims and the issue of mental illness, ya ikhwan. Mental illness. The topic for today is migraines and mind games, stress columns and head problems and stress columns, mind games and migraines. People with issues, ya ikhwan. People that have real bad headaches. People who, they're all over the place. People with so many different issues, ya ikhwan. People with clinical disorders. People that have bipolar issues and many other things. We're going to talk about some of these head games, ya ikhwan. But don't judge me. Love me and hug me, ya ikhwan. I have some mental issues, as a brother called me the other day. I have some mental issues, as a sister called me last week. I have some mental issues, as another brother called me 3 weeks ago, ya ikhwan. Migraines and mind games, stress columns and head problems, ya ikhwan. From amongst some of the head games, ya ikhwan, as we look this up online, sleep disorder. I know I have it sometimes. Anger. I know I have it sometimes. Narcissism. Who doesn't have narcissism these days? Ya ikhwan. Depression. Mental health. Bipolar. Schizophrenia. Split personality disorder. And I know I got this one. Seasonal affective disorder, meaning that I'm just too tired of the cold weather. I'm hating it. I don't even want to get out of my bed. It's too cold. Oppressive compulsive disorder. One of my uncles, he has this. Everything has to be spotless in his house or else he cannot go to sleep. Some sisters, they're like this. This could be something, ya ikhwan, that is very taxing on the soul. Also, borderline personality disorder. Phobia. Germ phobia, insect phobia, people that can't function if they see a bug in their house, dissociative identity disorder, dyslexia, bipolar disorder, split personality disorder. These are just a few of them, ya ikhwan. There's many more to mention. Today we're talking about migraines and mind games, stress columns and head problems, ya ikhwan. Don't judge me, love me, hug me. I'm just your brother and sister in Islam. Pain, rage, sleep issues, fear of abandonment, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Ya ikhwan, my neighbor, he comes from a Muslim country where a few years ago they were dropping bombs on this country. This brother, he has this issue, ya ikhwan. Addiction, ya ikhwan. Guilt, shame, depression, and bad flashbacks of something that happened yesteryear, last week, the week before, last month. We're talking about unhealed trauma. Now, maybe if you look to the left and look to the right, probably one of the brothers beside you who's got these issues, or some of these issues, or someone in his family has these issues, or maybe someone you knew have these issues, ya ikhwan. These are real issues, ya ikhwan. Stress columns because of head problems, migraines because of mind games. Thoughts become feelings, and feelings become actions. Ya ikhwan, like I said, 3 phone calls within the last few weeks. Mental disorder is real within the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And ya ikhwan, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, one of my sheikhs, he wrote a book called The Exorcist Tradition, and then there's a little segment in there where most of the Muslims traditionally, they've thought it's just mess of shaitan, or the person's majnoon, or they have the devil in them, or they're black magic on them, ya ikhwan. No, there are serious psychological issues, ya ikhwan, that affect the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So let's talk, brothers. Let's talk heart to heart. Let's talk mind to mind. Let's talk soul to soul. When we look at our beautiful religion, ya ikhwan, when we look at what the scholars have written down, and especially, ya ikhwan, specifically there is a science in Islam called al-maqasid al-sharia, the goals and the objectives of the sharia. From amongst them, ya ikhwan, hifd al-deen, to preserve and protect your deen. Hifd al-nafs, to protect the personality, the person. Hifd al-aql, ya ikhwan, this is the thing right here, to protect the intellect, ya ikhwan. Hifd al-nasl, or hifd al-nasb, to protect the lineage, and hifd al-mal, to protect the money, ya ikhwan. So within this science, we want to look what, ya ikhwan, hifd al-nafs, hifd al-aql, and hifd al-deen, ya ikhwan. What are we talking about, brothers? We're talking about mind games and head problems. Mind games and migraines. Head problems that are filling the stress columns, ya ikhwan. There are so many issues, ya ikhwan. And we know, ya ikhwan, that the Prophet ﷺ went on to say, Bismillah alladhi la yadurru ma ismi shay'in fil ardi wa la fis samai huwa as-sami'ul alim. This dua every single Muslim before he leaves his house, before she leaves her house, you should be invoking Allah Ta'ala, asking Allah to protect you from every single thing, ya ikhwan, whether it is in the sky or the ground or anywhere around, ya ikhwan. And this comes, ya ikhwan, with the whispering of the devil, lanatullah alayhi. We are talking, brothers, about head problems, filling stress columns, migraines that cause mind games, ya ikhwan. Some are losing their minds. Some are losing their jobs, which causes stress. Some are losing their houses. I know 4 or 5 brothers within the last 2 years because of COVID, they lost their house, which obviously is going to make them not be able to sleep. Losing their iman, as a few people have left Islam, ya ikhwan, as COVID started. Some people that I know who actually went to study the religion, they left the deen of Allah Ta'ala, may Allah guide them. People losing their life or loved ones. People losing tawjihat, direction, ya ikhwan. 1 minute the Muslim is focusing his life on worshiping Allah. Next minute, this brother and sisters running the streets acting like they're a gangster. In their 30s, you're trying to be a gangster? Ya Ikhwan, we have some issues when we look at it. We have to think, Ya Ikhwan. Some people, when they start to think, they think that no one cares. They think that there's no one who's living a worse life than them. They think, Ya Ikhwan, that every single person is out to get them. Some people, they feel helpless. Some people, they feel drained. Some people, they feel tired. And because of that, some people, they behave crazy. They behave reckless. They behave, Ya Ikhwan, like a person who is lost in the sauce, as they say. Signs of mental illness, Ya Ikhwan. Loss of appetite or gain of appetite. Extreme mood swings. Chronic low-grade depression. Hallucinations and delusion, Ya Ikhwan. And this is where it gets really scary. I went to visit a brother one time. His family called me and they said, brother, can you go to the police station? Our brother was in the park and he took off his clothes and he's half naked in the jail. Can you go talk to him? He respects you. Ya Ikhwan, these are some of the situation, because he thought that somehow the devil was trying to touch him. So he figured if he took off his clothes, then the devil couldn't see him, Ya Ikhwan. We find, Ya Ikhwan, unhealthy coping mechanisms. Muslims are turning to drugs. Muslims are turning to alcoholism. These are the issues, Ya Ikhwan, that unfortunately many of us, we don't like to talk about. Also, Ya Ikhwan, unusual emotional outbursts, Ya Ikhwan. We are talking about, brothers, something, Ya Ikhwan, that is very serious. We're talking about migraines, and sometimes, Ya Ikhwan, you need more than aspirin. We're talking about mind games, your mind playing tricks on you. We're talking about head problems, Ya Ikhwan, where you yourself sometime, Ya Ikhwan, you are the issue. We're talking about things that fill up the stress columns. أقول كل هذا أستغفر وأتوب إليك وسأل المسلمين جميعا فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. As I'm holding up this paper, I'm just going to read the few that I recognize or I can pronounce, as there's so many on here, so many different clinical diagnoses, brothers. Some of them I've never heard of before. But let me read a few of them to you. ADHD, pathological gambling, relationship disorder, stereotypic movement disorder, hypersomnia, bulimia, dementia, panic disorder, Stockholm syndrome, nightmare disorder, schizophrenia, PTSD, post-traumatic stress. All the ones that are in black, I've never heard of them. I don't even know what they mean, but it shows you, Ya Ikhwan, that some of the so-called psychologists or psychiatrists, they've now given so many names to so many disorders, Ya Ikhwan. So what does the Muslim do who believes in Kitab and Sunnah? What does the Muslim do? Ya Ikhwan, we have in our religion some beautiful ayat and hadith that should help us to cope with some of these things. As we know, the Prophet said, Qadrullah wa ma shafa'al. It is the decree of Allah and He does what He wills. We should believe in the Qadr, Ya Ikhwan. Also, Allah Ta'ala goes on to say, فَإِنَّ مِنَ الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مِنَ الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا. With hardship, then there'll be some ease. With hardship, again, there'll be some ease. Also, we find, Ya Ikhwan, Allah Ta'ala goes on to say, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ. That verily, we have created mankind in tests, in strife, in toil. There's not any of us that are going to walk through this earth scathe-free, where we don't have no problems in life. We don't have something that's weighing on our mind, that we can't sleep in the night, because there's always going to be something that's going on. It's how you cope with your problems. فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ وَاللَّهُ مُسْتَعَانٌ. We find, Ya Ikhwan, that patience is the most beautiful, fitting thing. And it is only Allah whose Allah's aid is sought, Ya Ikhwan. You have a problem, ask Allah Azza wa Jal. Also, ala bi dhikrullah tatma'inul qulub. Allah Ta'ala goes on to say, verily the remembrance of Allah do the hearts find rest. You're having some problems, brothers. There's never been a time in my life where I had some problems and I just sat down where I was at and I opened up the book of Allah. And I can't say that it's magic. I can say it's from the qadr of Allah. I just opened up the page and there was some guidance sitting right in front of my eyes, ya ikhwan, or something to calm my heart, or something to make me feel in a state of tranquility, ya ikhwan. Also, وَمَن يَتَّوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. And whoever puts his trust in Allah, He will suffice him. Brothers, we have some beautiful things in our religion. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. We have all these beautiful things, ya ikhwan, that the Muslim is supposed to say. Why, brothers? We're suffering on many different levels. We're suffering on many different levels. Last night, brothers, as I'm dealing with some other issues too, the whole night I tossed and I turned and I was sweating. Everybody has some issues, ya ikhwan. There's not a brother that doesn't pray beside you. Every now and then, ya ikhwan, go to your brother and say, Akhi, how you doing? You all right, brother? Is everything okay, brother? And then when you do something very special, brothers, and this is something that in the masjid, I don't see it that much. As I was coming into the masjid, I was told, alhamdulillah, I was told, brother, how are you doing, brother? Hey, brother, hi, brother. No, assalamu alaikum, with a big, huge smile. Assalamu alaikum. Abu Ihab, every time he sees me, he says, assalamu alaikum, and he has a genuine smile on his face. I don't see that from the vast majority of Muslims. Maybe I'm going through some problems, and if you just say, Assalamu alaikum, brother, how are you doing? That might brighten up my day. But do we even worry about, ya ikhwan, these mental issues, ya ikhwan? Brothers are going through it. Sisters are going through it. Stress and disorder. Some brothers haven't got a chance to see their mother in 10 years. It's stressing them out, ya ikhwan. When we look at the situation, life's very short, my dear brothers. Head problems, filling stress columns, mind games, and migraines. Only Allah can help me. Only Allah can help you. My dear brothers, sometimes in life, if you help your brother, if you help your sister, Allah will help you. If you take the opportunity to talk with your brother and sister to figure out what their problem is and help them solve their problem, maybe Allah will help you solve your problem. Brothers, like I said, for the last few weeks, some phone calls came in and I had to sit and to talk some of the Muslim brothers and say to them, don't worry, trust in Allah, tawakkaltu ala Allah, wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. And as I was saying that, I started thinking about why when we hear the adhan, we hear hayya ala salat, hayya ala salat, we say what? Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. Hayya ala al-falah, hayya ala al-falah, wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. Brothers, there's no power or might or authority, meaning we need the help of Allah to establish the salat. And if we want success in life, there is no power or no might or no strength, ya ikhwan, that can help us in our life. That's why for us, we need to put Allah first, brothers. If we leave Allah off, Allah will make us to forget ourselves. If we leave the book of Allah, this is therapy. This is, ya ikhwan, shafa'ah from Allah Ta'ala. I know I need to read more Quran. I know you need to read more Quran. I know I need to pray more. I know you need to pray more. I know I need to be more grateful, and I know you need to be more grateful. With that, ya ikhwan, we're talking about head problems, filling stress columns, mind games and migraines, and mind games, stress columns with head problems. Ya ikhwan, don't judge me, love me, and sometimes give me a hug. With that, Aqim as-salat, wa rahmakallah. May Allah help the ummah with the sicknesses that we have. Wa akhir da'wana, alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Aqim as-salat. Let me just, bismillah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة